Every January, a week after the World Championship final, while Luke Littler is counting his £1,000,000 and the confetti is still being swept off the floor at Alexandra Palace, something else is happening. In a quiet conference hall in Milton Keynes, 900 people are lining up to throw darts at 9 in the morning. No cameras, no crowd, no walk-on music, just a dartboard, a scorer, and everything on the line. This is Q School, the most brutal week in professional darts, and for most of the people in that room, it's the only shot they'll ever get. Here's how it works. You pay £475. That's your entry fee. For that money, you get 4 days of competition and a chance to earn a PDC Tour card. That card is your passport to the professional darts circuit for 2 years. It gets you into Players' Championships, European Tour events, and if you're good enough, the World Championship at Ali Pali. 29 tour cards are available. 900 players enter. That's a 3% success rate. To put that in perspective, the acceptance rate at Harvard is about 4%. Getting a tour card at Q School is statistically harder than getting into one of the best universities on the planet. And there's no safety net. You don't get points for showing up. You don't get credit for being close. You either win enough matches across 4 days to earn one of those 29 cards, or you go home with nothing but a 475-pound hole in your bank account. The event runs at 2 locations simultaneously. Milton Keynes for UK-based players, Kalkar in Germany for European and international players. The cards are split between the 2 venues based on how many people enter at each one. The first 3 legs are the filter. Stage 1, hundreds of players, knockout format, best of 9 legs, win and advance. Lose and you're done for the day. You come back the next day and try again, but every loss chips away at your chances. If you survive stage 1, you reach the final stage, days 4 through 7. This is where the cards are handed out. The format shifts to best of 11 legs. The matches get longer, the pressure gets heavier. 16 cards go directly to daily finalists. The remaining 13 are awarded through the Q School Order of Merit, a point system that rewards players who consistently go deep across the week. It sounds clinical when you describe it like that, but the reality of being inside that room is something else entirely. Imagine this. You're a plumber from Sheffield. You've been playing darts in your local pub league for 15 years. You're the best player anyone in your town has ever seen. Your mates keep telling you to go pro, so you take a week off work, pay the 475-pound entry fee, drive to Milton Keynes and walk into a room full of 450 other people who are all the best player their town has ever seen. The guy next to you warming up just hit 8 180s in practice. The guy across the room used to be ranked in the top 64. The teenager in the corner has been on the development tour since he was 16 and averages 95 without breaking a sweat. And you have to beat 6 of these people in a row. Today, tomorrow, the day after, for 4 days straight. That's Q School. The success stories are what everyone talks about, and they're remarkable. Rob Cross earned his tour card through the Challenge Tour in 2017. 12 months later, he was world champion, having beaten Phil Taylor 7-2 in Taylor's last ever match. He went from wiring sockets as an electrician to holding the Sid Waddell Trophy in less than a year. Gerwin Price came through Q School in 2014. He'd been a professional rugby player, gave it up and decided to try darts. He earned his card on the second day. Within 4 years, he was Grand Slam champion. Within 7, he was world champion and world number 1. Gian Van Veen went through Q School in Kalkar. Less than 3 years later, he was standing in the World Championship final against Luke Littler, playing for £400,000 and a chance at the biggest title in the sport. These stories make Q School sound like a launch pad, and it can be. But for every Rob Cross, there are hundreds of players whose stories end very differently. Nobody talks about the players who come back year after year and never get through. There are players who have attended Q School 5, 6, 7 times. They take a week off work every January. They pay the entry fee every time. They drive to Milton Keynes with the same bag, same darts, and same hope. And they go home empty-handed again. Some of them are good enough to compete professionally. They average 90 plus. They can hit doubles under pressure. On their day, they can beat anyone in the room. But Q School doesn't care about your day. It cares about 4 days. And across 4 days of knockout darts, one bad session ends everything. In 2025, Fallon Sherrock, the woman who made history by beating men at the World Championship, failed to earn a tour card at Q School. So did Bo Greaves, the best female player in the world. So did Simon Whitlock, a former World Championship finalist. So did Mervyn King, a former world number 4. Names that any darts fans would recognize. All of them walked out of Milton Keynes without a card. If players of that caliber can fail at Q School, imagine what it's like for the plumber from Sheffield. But here's the thing that makes Q School truly cruel. Winning a tour card isn't the end. It's the beginning of a different kind of pressure. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. I cover the stories behind professional darts every week, and this one goes deeper than most people realize. Your tour card lasts 2 years. In those 2 years, you need to earn enough prize money to stay inside the top 64 on the order of merit. If you drop below 64th after 2 years, you lose your card, and then you're back at Q School starting from zero. The players ranked around 64th, right on the edge, are earning decent money, 6 figures if they have a good run. But they're also living on a knife's edge. One bad stretch of results and they're sliding toward the cutoff. Every tournament becomes a survival exercise. Every first round loss is money you can't afford to lose. And the financial pressure is real. Tour card holders have to fund their own travel, hotels, and entry fees. If you're playing Players' Championships every week across the UK and Europe, the costs add up. You might earn £30,000 in prize money in a year, but after travel, accommodation, equipment, and the fact that you gave up your regular job to do this, the margins are razor thin. Some players go into debt trying to stay on tour. Others keep a part-time job alongside their darts career, practicing at night after a shift, then driving 3 hours to a tournament the next morning. It's not the glamorous life that people imagine when they see Littler lifting the trophy at Ali Pali. And that's the real story of Q School. It's not just a week in January. It's the foundation that the entire sport is built on. Every player you've ever watched at the World Championship, every 180 you've ever cheered for, every 9-darter that made you jump off your couch, all of it traces back to someone, somewhere, standing in a quiet room in Milton Keynes or Calcar, throwing darts at 9 in the morning with everything on the line. The PDC's tour card is what makes darts a meritocracy. It doesn't matter who you know. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter if you were an electrician last year or a rugby player or a plumber. If you can win enough matches in 1 week, you're in. If you can't, you're out. Simple as that. That brutal simplicity is what produces Rob Crosses and Gerwyn Prices. It's also what breaks the hearts of hundreds of players every January who are good enough to dream, but not quite good enough to make it. And next January, they'll all be back. Same room, same dartboard, same 475 pounds. Same dream, because in darts, as long as you can pay the entry fee and throw a dart, you've got a chance. That's Q School, the hardest week in darts, and the most important one. Now, if you want to see what happens when those underdogs who come through Q School actually face the top players on the biggest stage, I broke down the biggest upsets in PDC history right here. Some of these results will shock you. And if you're not subscribed yet, you know what to do.